What's up? What's up? What's up? Chef Jeff, this dope. How y'all doing, man? Hey, it's Tuesday. It's 5:30. We back. We're back in the kitchen and we doing something, all right? So look, I am in the kitchen, but it's hot because what? It's hot outside. And like our AC wasn't working. So what are you talking about? So anyway, hot, right? This ain't sweat, it's glistening because I'm so shiny, my skin's so smooth. But anyway, welcome to another episode of This Dope Cooking Show. We in the kitchen, we kicking it today. I'm gonna do a little talk, chef talk. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to give y'all a few little pointers on some things that I've been seeing in my lifetime, things I've seen in my career that I would like want to share with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna get into that just a little bit today. Just because I want y'all to have the best experiences with food that you could possibly have anytime you go somewhere. And I want you to have the knowledge to know what to do, right? Because that's important. So we're just gonna do a chef talk today. Ain't gonna hold y'all long, ain't gonna be before you long, as the preacher say. I ain't gonna be before you long. And then I'm gonna go to my seat. Well, I'm already at my seat, but we're gonna get this thing rolling, right? So let's see. Let's catch up right quick. Life is lifing, right? So, she's AC went out, right? Just out of nowhere, just got hot. And yeah, cost a minute. Got to get it fixed. So, we got it fixed. But Texas is hard on air conditioning units. We thought ours was new. It is not, was not. And we had to end up replacing dang on the whole thing. So I always have your units checked out. And let me tell you about these home warranty companies, right? Home warranty companies. We call them boom. We got the home warranty. Been paying on it on time just in case something happens. Because we know we got an older house, right? Why don't cover nothing? I mean, nothing. Every time I've called them, they're like, oh, yeah, it don't cover that. Well, what exactly does it cover, right? Piss me off. Made me mad. But anyway, we back. We cool now, right? It's frigid in here, and so that's how I like it, right? Man, y'all remember Big Betty? Man, so Big Betty was, if y'all remember Big Betty was my 96 Caprice that I had, and I sold it to get this house. Well, the guy that owned it before me messaged me and was like, hey, you got a ticket. And I'm like, I ain't got no ticket. What you talking about? So he was like, you need to handle this. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Well, him come to find out, Big Betty is like 3 blocks over from my house, and it was sitting on the street without a proper tag. So the place went back to him. He messaged me, so I had to go around there and see what was up. But it wasn't sitting on the street, so it wasn't nothing I could do about it, right? But it's crazy. I am 3 blocks away from my old car. I cried when they took that car. I really did. It hurt. It hurt bad. And then the car guy in me was like, go over there, get my car back. What's up? What you want to do? But nah, I already got the Malibu out there. We going places with that Malibu, some stuff in the start kicking and ticking. And yeah, it's gonna be on. So anyway, chef talk. Okay. So y'all know I work at a place where they do breakfast, right? And let me just start by saying they do not make powdered eggs anymore. Okay. I heard powdered egg. My mama said they went somewhere and the guy and my uncle was like, don't eat them powdered eggs. They don't have powdered eggs anymore. It's liquid. There's a liquid egg, right, that they use and it becomes eggs. I use it every morning. I throw some on the grill and I toss it up a few times. We got scrambled eggs, right? Powdered eggs, I don't know where that come from. Maybe that's back in the day, but somebody else asked me were the eggs real. Yes, they are real, right? They are egg yolks and they are mixed with some chemicals to make eggs, right? That's why they look like they look. Best way to combat that, right? This is a secret, okay? So don't be, it's between us, right? This Dope Cooking Show fam, okay? If you want eggs and you want eggs from a breakfast place, ask for real shelled eggs. You can say, can I have shelled eggs? Can I have real eggs? If I was you, I would switch to eggs over. So eggs over medium, easy, well, whatever you want to do, right? I would switch to that because that is what you're going to need if you want real eggs in your life. Because if not, everywhere else you go, fake eggs. I promise you, when I worked at McDonald's for like 6 weeks overnight, and I had to make breakfast, and the eggs were like the folded eggs came out the box already folded. All they did was steam them to make them come to life. Yeah, I was like, yeah, nah, I don't eat eggs no way, so I don't have to worry about it. But those are some of the things that I've seen as far as eggs go, right? So I just wanted to share that with you all. Also, y'all, we have got to stop tripping, okay? Sadly, the food is filled and pumped up with so many different chemicals to make it look like it's really what it is. And we've gotten into the stigma that pink meat is raw or is still raw. In some cases, yes, right? In most cases, no. Why you say that, Chef? Wow, well, because I know that actually once meat is processed, it's green. They inject it with a red dye, right, to make it be that raw meat color, right? So when you see, say for instance, you got a steak in your refrigerator and you ain't got to that steak yet, right? You ain't cooked it off, or you got some ground beef and you just ain't got to it, and it turned gray or like a brownish color. That's the true color. Hate to bust y'all bubble, but that red color is like, that's like a dye to make it be, pinkish, reddish, right? Now, unless you're getting your meat cut fresh, right? If you're going to a butcher and getting your meat, yeah, like that's fresh out the, you're going to have that blood, but this other stuff, it's a dye, okay? I just want to enlighten y'all just a little bit. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, I'm not saying that there is no blood content in your meat. It is. It's just not as much as you see, okay? All right. So we got that out. Another thing, if you are in any way thrown off by like pink meat, ask whomever to bring it up. Say, hey, can you bring this up a little bit? Can you cook this a little more, right? Because I cook sausage at work. Because where I work, they do breakfast, right? So I help out. I throw the sausage on, right? They like to fry it they like to fry the sausage in the fryer. To me, that increases the fat content. It dries it out. I like to cook mine in the oven. But when I cook mine in the oven, of course, we're going to get that good flavorful meat, but sometimes it's pink, right? That does not mean that it ain't done. That just means that it need to cook a little longer, right? Well, take that back. Temperature-wise, it's done. And what I mean temperature-wise, when I say temperature, it's up to temperature. But the dyes and stuff have not cooked out of it, right? So you still got a little weird hue to it. So you can have them cook it more, but you're going to dry it out, right? Not saying that you have to say, okay, I'm going to eat this pink sausage. Don't do that. You can ask them to cook it more, right? But don't be afraid that it's not done, like it's not like completely done, because we temp it, right? 160 is well done. Wherever you go, whatever piece of meat you eat, 160 is well done. Sometimes it's too done. But I just want to let you know, like, it's okay to ask to bring it up, or hey, can you cook this a little more? Can you fry this or whatever? Like, it's not all like you're not gonna die. Okay, I just want you to know you're not gonna die. Speaking of temperatures, right? I wanted to let y'all know, like, so we follow a thing called a temperature danger zone. Okay, the temperature danger zone is like a food handling storage guideline as to when stuff is raw, when bacteria is growing, when what's like how long things can be where they are, like when you should sanitize and all that, right? So I just want to let y'all know, like, so the temperature danger zone, and it's changed. It used to be 40 to 140. Now it's 41 to 135. So anywhere between 41 degrees and 135 is called the temperature danger zone. And what that means is that's when bacteria can rapidly grow, right? That's when your meat can spoil real fast. That's when you just, like, if you use this and they say 42, 55, 120, just throw it out. Just throw it out. Be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry. The most dangerous part of the temperature danger zone is 70 degrees to 125. That is the most dangerous, and bacteria is rapidly growing. So if you temp it and it's 70 degrees, or it's 100 degrees, or 120, 110, throw it away. Throw it away. Just throw it, toss it out. Get rid of it because you've let bacteria start to grow, and you're not going to cook that out. You could, right? But why would you waste? Why would you waste that meat? Why would you just get ready for like some stomach issues, right? Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Start over. I know meat costs a lot of money. I know it's expensive. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it, okay? If your food, and this is any food, right, is in the temperature danger zone from 41 degrees to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Some people use Celsius, but Fahrenheit is what we use. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. That's like leaving your meat out. Like, back in the day, we used to leave the meat on the counter, or my mom be like, take that ground beef out and sit it in the sink. I get it when I get home. Nah. Times have changed because, I know you, me, all of us in our 40s, 50s, we fine, right? But now you can't do that. Like this stuff ain't what it used to be, right? It's just not. It's not. So let's talk about like cooking it, right? So 165. Well, let's not go there. Let's stay with the danger zone first. So anything below 40 degrees, so 32 degrees to 40 degrees is considered proper cold storage, right? It slows the growth of bacteria. From the time you buy it from the store, you ride around, you do all your errands, you get all your dry cleaning, you get home, you put your groceries away. 32 degrees to 40 degrees is slow bacterial growth. That's when it needs to be cold, right? You can get it in the refrigerator, right? Temp it. Get you one of these. You can get you a laser gun, temperature stuff. Come in, right? Because I have to do it when I get deliveries, right? When I get deliveries at work, I have to temp it, make sure it's temperature right, because they bring it off a cold truck, that if it don't temp right, I got to refuse it because I don't want nobody getting sick on my watch, right? Don't want to do it. Frozen storage, anything below, anything negative 10 or up to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that's considered frozen cold storage. Ain't nothing growing. But anywhere else, some bacteria could be growing, right? And you don't want it to get in the temperature danger zone of 41 degrees to 135. If it's in that, get rid of it. Just do it. Just get rid of it. Just do it. Just don't do it. Reheating, right? So when you reheat stuff, we just throw it in the microwave when it get hot. We throw it out, we pull it out, and we eat it, right? But you might want to get you one of these. Now, this is the thermometer, right? And I got this from Amazon. You pop it out like this, it light up, boom. You see them numbers, and it give you the temperature you need, the temperature, right? It's pretty well calibrated when you get it. But if you like me, you want to calibrate it via the directions that come in the box, so you can get the most accurate reading from your thermometer. That's what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to do that. All right. So when we're gonna reheat some stuff, right? Boom. We had a fire dinner last night. We're gonna reheat that thing. Pork, beef, veal. Everybody into them lamb chops, lamb. So you want to bring that up to 145 degrees, and it need to stay there for about 15 seconds. So you need to insert this thermometer into your pork chop, your beef tenderloin, your veal steaks, your lamb chops you got from the restaurant. You're going to reheat them. You're going to pull them out. You're going to stick this thermometer in there, and it's going to say 145. And you're going to count to 15. You get to 15, it is safe for you to eat it. Just tell it. All right, moving on. Ground meat. Y'all call it ground meat. Where I'm from, we call it ground beef. And that's crazy that, different terminologies or things said differently still mean the same thing, right? Because y'all say, oh, it's a pack of ground meat. Well, it's ground beef. Whatever. Anyway, ground beef, ground fish, meat that is injected with like a brine. Like you brine your turkeys, your ham, your ham juice, whatever y'all do with that ham. I don't do that because I go to Honey Baked Ham Store every year. Every year since I've been a grown adult, I don't cook no ham. I go to the Honey Baked Ham Store. Don't even ask me to cook a ham because I'm going to the Honey Baked Ham Store, and that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna be like, Chef, this ham is good. And I'm be like, thank Honey Baked because I didn't do it. Just telling you, so you don't get your hopes up. Anyway, so all those things: ground meat, ground fish, anything injected You inject your smoke flavor, you inject your Cajun seasoning, anything like that. You're gonna want to reheat that 155 degrees, 15 seconds. You're gonna heat it up, stick this in there, and let it count to 15, and it's ready to eat. Ready to go. Poultry, that's chicken, turkey, or duck, quail, pigeon, if you eat that. 165 degrees for 15 seconds. All right. Those are the temperatures in which you want to, 165 degrees, stick it in there, 15 seconds. You can eat it. I'm just telling you. Just want to make sure you got the proper stuff that you need to be able to, be safe. I want y'all to be safe out here. Because, let's keep it real. Things have changed. It's not what it used to be. And you got to take care of you because ain't nobody else going to do it, right? Pray over your groceries. Pray over your meal, right? Say your grace. That ain't never going to get old. That ain't going to never go away, right? Pray over your stuff. Pray over your groceries. Because, think about it. They come in from wherever they come from. They wash. They got the pesticides and all that stuff on it. And then they set it out. People's hands is touching it, right? I like the lady at Walmart in the produce section. She does not have on no gloves, but she putting out them avocados, apples, oranges, all that stuff, bananas, right? Pray over your stuff. Because then you get it home, you got to wash it and fly my. Just pray over your stuff. You can never pray too hard over your food. You're going to put this in your body. Your body is your what? Your temple. You got to take care of your temple. All that. Take care of everything. Okay. What else? What else I wanted to tell y'all right quick? Okay, so Leah, I had a guy, right? So the sausage was done all the way through. It had a hint. And I'm not saying like pink, dark pink. I'm not talking about like a medium rare steak. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about it's done, but you can see like, ooh, it's a little pink in there. You're not going to die. You are not going to die. So there was a guy, I put some of the sausages out, helping the team out. And the guy picked up and was like, this ain't done. And I looked at it, I was like, sir, I can assure you this sausage is done. It ain't done. It ain't done. I said, okay. What would you like for me to do? You want me to cook it for you? You want me to cook it a little more? He said, yeah, because you do that, I would be happy if you did that. Now, I work in a place where I know they are taking so advantage of the free food that we give them. So I could have escalated that and made it worse. I just didn't. I chose not to. So I took this sausage over there and I dropped it in the fryer because everybody else fried the sausage, right? He ain't like that. He's like, well, you frying my sausage. Right, because you didn't want that pink in there. So I brought it up. That was the fastest way. I didn't want you to, stay here too long. Because if I put it on the grill, it's going to be a minute. He wanted me to make him a fresh piece of sausage, like go in the back, get one that one cook it all the way to like he wanted it. Not going to do that. No. Not going to do that. And it was like a Saturday. It was like 200 some people. Like, sometimes we have to take into consideration that the people in the back are doing the best that they can, and they're gonna give you what you need, but don't take advantage, right? We are here to serve. We're gonna give you the best product we can give you, but don't take advantage, bro. Like, knock it off. So I gave it to him, and he took off with it, right? I don't think he was the happiest, but he dealt with it. Like he came back and asked me to do it again. So whatever I did was good enough for him to come ask for 2 more. So that's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to sway you one way or another, right? We be cooking our steaks until they're great. And I am learning that that's cool, but a little pink ain't gonna kill you. I've told y'all we've been on this protein thing, right? We've been trying out T-bones, ribeyes. We've been trying them out, right? And sometimes you could cook it to death. Like they're gray, but outside it'd be like black. Like I'm talking about like black. Like especially depending on what you put on the outside of it, right? You can still have a spot of pink in there. You're not going to die. And honestly, somebody told me a long time ago, and I did not believe them, that they was like, it's a flavor in that little pink area. It's a flavor there. I ain't believe them until I started fooling with steaks. I avoided steaks for a long time because steaks was, I used to work at steakhouse. So I know how they come. I know how they be doing them. I know what works, right? it's been a while, so I'm trying to, refresh my brain so that I can find that perfect just steak. You know what I mean? I never got into like the different cuts of steak, right? Now I'm getting into different cuts, and I'm like, oh, okay then. Okay. This is, I like this, right? But I mean, sometimes you just gotta, try things for yourself, right? Sometimes you just have to, and that's okay. I don't like you'll never see me at a steakhouse for real, like ordering a steak. Like, nah. It just ain't what I go to get. And then it keeps you full for so long, right? And I don't like that feeling. I like to, process me. Let me get it in and we're going to get it out. We're going to keep moving, right? Because the longer it sits on you, the heavier you feel. So I'm going through all of that, those different feelings and phases of just trying to eat different, right? And eating different stuff that I ain't never normally ate, right? I found out that I'm not as allergic to shellfish as I used to be when I was a kid. Now, I took an adventure. What you do, Chef? Okay, so all right, we got these crab tots, right, where I'm at. So I ate 2 of them. Clean it out. I looked at my face, checked me out. I'm breathing fine. My throat felt fine, right? Took an adventure. So most recently, I took another adventure. And I went to P.F. Chang's. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm from St. Louis. And I don't know nowhere in St. Louis where they use real crab and they crab rangoons and you get 5 of them joints for $2. Don't know nowhere. If you do, hit me in the comments and let me know where. But I know that when they say crab rangoon, it is imitation crab meat. Depending on where you go, it might be some green onion, regular onion, carrots, and some cream cheese in the thing, right? Some places you go, it's just cream cheese. Ain't no crab even in there. So, depending, right? P.F. Chang's got real crab meat. Real crab meat in their crab wontons is what they call them. We call them crab rangoon where we from. What is a rangoon? I don't know, but I know I want a 6-piece crab rangoon when I go to St. Louis. That's all I can say. So I know the P.F. Chang has them because I was, having dinner with some dear people to my life right now, and ordered some. And I bit into that thing. I was like, ooh, real crab meat, right? And you say, well, Chef, how you know it was real and it wasn't imitation? I'm gonna tell you. All right, here's a dead giveaway, right? Imitation crab meat got that red stripe in it. So no matter what you bite into, when you see that little red, white meat, that's imitation crab meat. I'm giving you keys to the game right here, right now. This Dub Cooking Show. I don't know if anybody ever broke that down to you, but I'm going to tell you right now. If you look and you say you ordered something that was crab and you got that red stripe going through it, right? Probably imitation crab meat. Now, the claw meat from crab got the red in it, right? But once you cook it, you ain't going to be able to see it. I'm talking about it's already cooked. I'm telling you, once you cook it, you ain't going to be able to see it for real, right? Especially if it's like minced, like mashed up, like so. Like if they just shredded it all up, or they cooked it. So when you do crab meat, it starts to disintegrate the more you manipulate it, right? So if they manipulate it, such as putting it in a crab rangoon with cream cheese, onions, salt, pepper, whatever spices they use, and they whip it up like so, you ain't gonna see that red from there. I'm telling you not. I just did. I just went and had some real crab meat wontons. Now, you will see more red in a lobster. You will see more red in a king crab. More red-ish color, right? Pinkish, that stripe. But that prevalent red stripe on a chunk of his white with a red stripe on one side, imitation crab meat. Just tell him. Prove me wrong. Hit me in the comments. Hit me in the DMs. Like, nah, Chef, I had it. Boom. Bust it open and show me. But I'm telling you, I've been around a long time. Imitation crab meat, most places imitate, and the price point is a giveaway as well, right? If they telling you that it's $3 and it's real crab, they lying. It's a lie. The price point for real crab meat, claw crab meat, because they have it like claw, they have crab meat, then they have claw meat, and then they have just like shredded crab meat, right? It's a difference. And a little can, a little one, is like $30. So like, nah, you ain't finna get that for you ain't finna get nothing that incorporates crab meat for real, for cheap. It's not gonna happen. The price, I'm telling you. So if you don't believe me, go to your local grocery store, right? I go to K. Rogers all the time. In the little prepackaged section, there are little canisters. Claw crab meat. The crab meat is like $25, maybe $19.99. And her claw meat is like $25. So you're saying you're gonna get several of them to make something? Nah, it ain't gonna. Lump crab meat. That's what they call it, lump crab meat. You got lump and claw crab meat. Those two. Expensive. So the price point is not anywhere near what we paying for stuff. So wherever you go, most of the time it's imitation crab meat, right? So I just wanted to point that out because like that's something that we all should like pay attention to. Pay attention to what you're paying for and what you're getting, right? It's just part of the game because we have to be able to create a product with the best resources that we have and share it to our consumers. And sometimes we got to cut some corners, right? But we should not be advertising that it's crab meat. And there's real crab and it's not, right? I just want you to know, as you go into an establishment, you should not be like, nah, that's real crab. You can look at it and tell. It's flakier, right? You can get crab meat is flaky. It's like stringy, like shredded pork, right? In some instances, it's both. Sometimes it's both. You got chunks and you got shreds. That imitation crab meat don't do that all the time. It gets stringy, like real stringy. But that red stripe's still in there. I can tell you that for sure. Still enough for sure. I can tell you that for sure. What else did I want to tell y'all? Because I was like, let me just holler at my people today. Like I ain't really. Let me tell y'all something. I said I won't get no more gadgets, but I got a Ninja Slushie, and I don't know how to act. Like I think I got a 7-Eleven in my house. Like I just want to tell y'all. Share, be transparent, like share my weakness. Like we always got something going on. Like the kids think that they got to have a slushie when they come home from school. So I've been buying different juices and stuff to put in the thing and been feeling my way through. Now I ain't tried no spike ones yet. So it's got a spike setting and a regular setting and an extra front. Like I ain't tried that. I just been throwing some juice in there and like letting it go, right? And then so Costco had this indoor bar. They advertised it as an indoor barbecue grill, right? It's an indoor. It reminds you of the George Foreman grill from back in the day. That's what it reminds you of. But you remember how the George Foreman grill used to smoke because there was nowhere for the smoke to go, right? So what they have done is engineered it where you put a lid on it. Remember how you close the George Foreman lid down, put the lid on it, and then the smoke goes up under the plates. So you got two different little plates you can use, right? And the smoke goes under there, and then you put some water in this little drawer. So when the smoke, the greasy vapors, all of that hit that water, it just dies right there. So it ain't no smoke or nothing like that. So it's I got it. We got it at Costco for it was on sale, caught on $100. It was like, Doc, can you get this for me? I stand to be corrected. I ain't think Doc was gonna get it because Doc said no more kitchen gadgets, right? I stand to be corrected. Doc went on ahead and she gonna purchase for your boy, right? And I've been grilling ever since. So if you've never had a hot dog on a George Foreman grill, you have missed an era of your life. You've missed it. You've missed the opportunity to have a grilled hot dog inside without having to burn. Like now, don't get me wrong. The good old cookout, family reunion hot dog with Uncle Buck is burning the little corner piece for you, burning a little more for you if you want to. Don't get me wrong. You can't never replace them in our culture. But if you have the opportunity to grill you a hot dog like on a George Foreman grill, let me tell you something. Let me change your life. Get you a Nathan's Jumbo hot dog, right? Because they all beef. Get you a Nathan's Jumbo hot dog. Now, they got these jumbo joints. They about as big as this for like $10, but it's only like 8 of them. It might be a little more than 10. But they're like long like a Polish though too. So you got to get the big buns, right? Get you one of them and put it on there. Talking about a fat day. But anyway, my grill got this. It's called a Vente. right? And it's just like a George Foreman grill because I didn't put hot dogs on there. I didn't put hamburger, and I've been grilling steaks, right? And then I also went and got a cast iron skillet with the grill marks in it. It's got not like the grill bars in it, so I can put a steak on and get them diamonds in there like we used to back in the day on the grill at the Outback at the steakhouse, all that. I'm telling you. So I've been on the road, chicken grilling them joints, perfect diamonds, just boop, boop. Yeah, getting in there. Like that's what we do. Like so, doing a lot of cooking at home, man, and just really, trying to, because the food ain't been food lately, right? And so we consider ourselves kind of well rounded, right? We hit different spots, different parts of town. We go and get food, come back. We do the Uber Eats, right? So we've hit some places and we be like, no, this wasn't even it. Like, and so we just kind of stick to the places that we know if we're gonna spend our money, it's gonna be good. And if we have to think twice about it, we just eat at home. Because it costs money to be outside, and then it costs money to be inside too. I've used the same money that I was spending to go out and use that same money, didn't not go out, stay in the house and spend the same exact amount. Spend the same exact amount of money. I just did it like 3 days ago. So it don't even matter. Like now it just depends on what you want. Like do you want an experience or do you just not want to leave the house? Don't want to leave the house. Don't want to leave the house. I would rather stay at the house and be cool in my element and doing my own thing, popping my toes, chilling, versus having to be out, right? Because right now it's a crazy time. There's some crazy stuff going on. Like oh my God, like the news is just blowing me away. So they've almost replaced don't forget 9/11 with the assassination of this Charlie Kirk guy. Now, me being me, I ain't never heard of the dude. And thankfully enough, I'm glad. Like my whole everything just like, ooh, tensed up. Because why are you talking like this, right? I don't want to get into that. Everybody else has. I just wanted to say, like, it just ain't the same no more, right? And so I'm out here and I'm on guard because I don't want no fool tripping with me and my family because I'm going to jail. Like I'm going, like, knock it off. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be for no altercations because you having a bad day. We chilling, we kicking. We get in the car and we sing Hamilton songs. Do you hear me? Hamilton. We get in the car and do this all the time. If you're a Hamilton fan, holler at me in the chat, holler at me in my DMs, holler at me in the messages. Tell me what's your favorite Hamilton song from Hamilton. Because they're doing a 10-year reunion. I'm going to Broadway to see it live. Boom. But we in the car, we happy. We having a good time. You having a no good, very bad day. You want to take it out on me. I don't have time for that. And what I can't do is lose in front of my kids. Can't do it. Not gonna happen. No losses taken. Nah. Not gonna do it. So we're just not doing that. It's not gonna happen. We're not. So sometimes it's just better off to stay at home. Now, we had to go get a hotel because it was hot in here. I'm talking about sitting still and sweating is not a vibe ever. No time. It's not a vibe, never. So I had to get us a room. So we went around the corner, got us a room, super chill. The staff was super nice. Shout out to the Hilton Garden Inn in Arlington. Super nice staff. They took good care of us, right? Had a bar. Went down to the bar. The bartender was chopping it up with us. We was talking and talking about our day, right? Because she was like, ooh, he came in and he was upset. I wasn't upset, but I was hot. And when I get too hot for no reason, here's the one reason why I'm willing to be hot. 2, I'm at Texas Wit Fest outside all day in the heat because I have planned for it for 3 months. This is one day I'm going to be extremely hot. I got bottles of water, ice packs, ice drinks, ice sickles, ice freeze pops, everything, right? I know I'm be hot, so I plan them. So I know I'm be. And the other time is when I'm working on a car doing something, right? I will be hot because I know at the end of whatever I'm working on is going to be a finished goal, right? That's it. Any other time, I do not want to be hot, right? I don't want to be cold either. Let's be very, very clear. I do not want to be cold. Freezing temperatures, you can have them. No, thank you. Well, I moved away from St. Louis. Cold, don't want to be. It get cold here in Texas for like 2 weeks. Yes. 1 week is stupid, like the whole state of Texas, like the 1 week is frozen, right? The next week is unthawed, but it's still cold. And then after that, we back up to the 60s, to the 50s. Like I picked the perfect place to live my life because I don't want to be cold. But I'll be hot, but I won't be extremely hot, right? And when I looked at the thermostat on the wall, that thing said 85 degrees inside. Oh, we got to go. So, yeah, we went and got us a room a few days. Hotel, like I said, the hotel was super nice. They put us on top floor, so we had a view of, like, the little area we was in. The bartender was on point. We chopped it up with her, and we ate dinner at the restaurant, the restaurant in the hotel. Now, it could have been a little better, but it was good for what it was needed. You know what I'm saying? But I would have spent, if I had went and got to the store and got groceries, I would have spent the exact same money. 4 people. Right? So it's just all on what you really experience, what you're going to put your money on. Because it's your money, you made it, you worked 40, 45, 50, 60 hours, if you mean. And shoot, I want to spend money on what I want to spend my money on. I don't want to talk about nothing else. But I mean, here's of late, it's been one thing after another with this house. So we just kind of bouncing back from it, right? We had plumbing issues, AC issues, and all that stuff. We thought we weren't gonna have them issues when we bought this house because they said they remodeled it. But anyway, that's a topic for another day, for another episode of this Dope Cooking Show, because we're about to fade on about this thing. We're finna go to for the last week and a half. You know what? I ain't done yet. Nah, let me tell y'all something. I thought I was done. I thought I was done too, but I wanted to let y'all in on something. So y'all remember I told y'all before that the lady quit, right? Hurt me bad. Oh my God, it hurt my soul. I had people walk out because they mad at me, but I've never had nobody quit without a reason, right? And that comes with the territory apparently. But the lady quit, she left. So I've been trying to fill this gap in my staff for about 3 weeks now. Ad on Indeed, people coming in for interviews, I mean, okay, if you're looking for a job, please have the skill set, at least 1 or 2, to give us people on the other end a reason to consider you. I've had people that didn't have no cooking experience at all. A girl called me on the phone, said she put in the application. I go look at it, I pull it, I look at it, look at her resume, no cooking experience. Well, she had front counter experience, and that's different. Front of the house is different from the back of the house, right? Front of the house is different from the back of the house every day, all day. Now, you have people that are versed in both areas, but not all the time. This baby said she could cook. I said, well, what do you cook? She was like, well, if you tell me, I can cook it. Okay, cool. If they order some food, you got to get it ready for them, right? But I said, have you ever made eggs? She was like, no. I said, you know how to cook bacon? So I can't hire you. I can't. You look like you were great for the role. You probably could do it, but I can't do it. So I've been on a hiring off and on spree. Had a guy come in. I was like, hey, cool. Start, this day at 5 a.m. Dude showed up at 5 p.m. When you're done, he missed your shift. Had another guy. Man, I want to be a part of y'all team. I think I would work out great for y'all. This would be great for you and me. And his name was Jesus. So his name was Jesus, right? So I'm like, boom, this gonna work. It didn't work. Dude showed up one day and then he didn't show up no more, right? And I only had probably about a 5-minute conversation with him, right? It's crazy. Crazy stuff. So it's been crazy. But I finally found somebody. His name is Luis. And Luis was like, yes, I am ready to work, chef. I will be there. You can count on me. And you know what? I can count on Luis. He came in the door making almonds better looking than the people that's been working there. Came in the door making eggs fluffy like I make my eggs. I said, well, he all right. We going to be okay because Luis is on the job. So I have come to the end of my hiring woes, my vacancies, and my staff. I finally found another right person, and let me tell you, it's about to be a good breath of fresh air. I actually had the opportunity to sit down with my staff, and they was like, "You work too hard." It was like, "You work way too hard. You work way harder than the other chef did," and that was good to hear. But if the staff is noticing that I'm working harder than them, then we got to do some reevaluating, right? So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board, and I'm gonna reevaluate some of their positions and what they do, and add some more tasks, right? Just because, like, we got to all do this thing together. Don't stand back and watch me. Jump in, right? And so I told him, I was like, you can help me anytime you want to. I just do it because I know how fast I can do it, and I can move on to the next thing. So to hear them say that I was a great person, because what I did was I wrote a note. I had a big whiteboard in my kitchen. I learned it from Keith, Chef Batts, I worked with in Tennessee. Big old whiteboard. He used to write down what everybody's supposed to do every day. So I got a big whiteboard in my kitchen. So I wrote a note. Thank you to everybody in the staff for pitching in, for helping, for being, willing to pivot. I'm very proud of y'all. We've been working hard these last few weeks, and keep up the good work. I see every one of y'all contributing how y'all do, and thank you. Man, that was like, Chef, thank you so much. Appreciate you. The other chef never said stuff like this. He never did nothing like this. He didn't even talk to us. How you got a staff and you don't talk to them, right? Crazy work. But anyway, we built a bond, and I don't want anything or anybody to come between this bond, because we are working, and when we work, we be getting it. Like, y'all be coming in, but y'all don't be understanding. Like, sometimes it be hard, especially to get up, get it all done, situated, and get ready for y'all. Y'all woke up and y'all, just coming any kind of way, showing up any kind of way. I mean, any kind of way. That little girl came in and ain't have on no undergarments, reached up to get some syrup, and I said, I'm going to my office. Just showed everybody everything, right? And so we got to be better. And y'all got to stop tripping, because we gonna all be all here, so we got to get along, right? And we can coexist, regardless of whatever our differences are. We can coexist, right? But we got to have a middle ground somewhere, right? So that's my chef talk this week. So it was hot. I couldn't do no cooking in the kitchen. I couldn't do no cooking. It was hot. It's been hot. On the days I'm supposed to film, I'm trying to get an air conditioning unit put in, right? I'm trying to get everything situated to give my dogs play. So the day I normally supposed to film is not the day I normally film. This is live right here, happening right now. So, we're going to go ahead and sign off, right? Because time to go figure out what else. I'm going to get with y'all next week. Even if I'm sitting here in my kitchen. Chef talk, right? Still going to wrap up what we're talking about. Still going to do some stuff. So. And I found some other things that I might want to continue the breakfast series. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel when I wake up on the day I'm supposed to film. And also days I'm supposed to film, how to go to work. So by the time I get on work, I ain't doing nothing. Not doing a thing. I done done any game my everything. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace. I see y'all next week. You'll find me. I ain't cooking today either.